What is up? It's freaking cold out here. I'm outside in Big Bear just cruising. The baby's asleep inside. So I thought I'd come out and get some videos done. I'm just a little disappointed in the amount of math that I got from my informal kiddos last week. I mean, maybe because it had to do with math, you didn't want to do it, you didn't want to learn, but maybe this week we could bring it a little more, seeing that we don't have any math. We don't. It's a little different. So I'll kind of explain that. And just so you know, every week what we're doing is going to all be thrown together in one Google Slides, and that's going to be your final exam. And I know that you kids that are grinding and kind of working hard, I'm going to reward you for that. There's no reason why I shouldn't give you an A or a B at if you're doing all your work at home. I mean, I really appreciate those of you that are doing your work. Okay, and I don't want to call you out by name, but some of you kids are just blessing me. Okay, and some of you kids aren't doing anything. Okay, you can go back and do it. If you haven't done it, do it. And I just encourage some of you to reach out to kids in class. Reach out to 2 or 3 kids and say, hey, have you checked in with Grasmick? Have you watched any of his YouTube videos? Have you done any of the work? Okay, at least, the very least, I want you to check in with me. That's the very least. Okay, but if you want an A, keep grinding. All right, so at this point, we've done some math. We know what our product is. You kind of gave me a logo. A lot of you gave me a logo. You gave me a slogan. Okay, but now we're gonna get down to like what does it look like? Okay, what does the product look like? Now, there's only so many products that I can remember. Okay, I remember Jordan Alari's like climbing apparatus thing. And what you need to do today is, and this week, it's going to be due to me by Friday, is you need to make some sort of visual, right? Maybe his climbing apparatus, and I mean, I don't know how he wants to draw his thing, but he needs to give me a visual of what it looks like, right? He's got his guy down here, and he's trying to get up here, and he says that, oh, like it's got to be a visual that shows me what's going on. A visual maybe of how it's used. Like for him, it would be how it's used, but also a visual of like what the product looks like itself. Maybe it's like some sort of contraption, that has like rope inside and it has a handle and some sort of thing. Like you need to make that. And Bear, stop whining, dude. I know you want to go inside. You guys want to see my whiny dog right now? He wants to go inside. Bear, say hi. Say hi. Right? Okay, I know you want to go inside. He actually talks. He's super smart. Bear, lay down. Come here. But he's keeping me company out here. Down. And he's down. Okay, and he listens too, which is even better. But what I need from you is some sort of visual showing me what your product is. And in regards to the visual, it's got to be labeled. So if Jordan, if this is his thing, he says, oh, this is the rope, and it's got to have like a little description. Okay, now moving away from Jordan's, because this is kind of high tech. I know Reagan did like a surf wax that has like a thing inside of it. It's called a key, but just like as a scraper. So I don't know if you kids understand the surfboard concept, but and this is a bad surfboard. It's like a pintail, right? But you got to understand that like you got to put wax on the top so your feet don't slip. Okay, and after putting wax on top over and over and over again, it just gets dirty and it gets heavy and it gets gross. And you need a little thing it's like a little scraper, and it's kind of sharp on this edge right here, and this kind of and it's sharp on these edges too, and you just scrape all the wax off, make your board clean, and then you can restart waxing it again. And that's what happens. Now her product is, I think, actually wax, a bar of wax that has embedded in the inside of it, in the very middle, this key. And maybe she could show me like what that looks like, as far as like here's it broken down into 2 parts, and like however she wants to explain that to me, she needs to explain that and kind of put like a little description, key inside, wax component, boom, 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 and like a little description on how that's going to work. Okay, so and I know this is kind of vague, but in a sense, what I need is a visual. I need a visual. Steven has like a pitching machine, right? Like he needs to draw up or create what his pitching machine is going to look like and label the parts of it. What's going to make it unique? On his interface, like maybe he shows me his little pitching machine thing and it has like a stand and like a nozzle where you put the ball in, and it has like this screen right here, and maybe his screen is high-tech and it's new because it has pitching options. This is the curve. This is the fastball. This is the whatever, but I need a visual with a detailed kind of breakdown of the components. Give me like a little bit of writing on what it is. Okay? Now, trust me, all this is going to come together in the end is when we do our Google Slides, and it's going to be beautiful, and trust me. Now, I know there's some flexibility with this as far as like, well, what do you expect? What do you want? Blah, 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 blah. If you want to hand draw it, then hand draw it. Okay, if you want to try and create it on your computer, create it on your computer. Okay, but what I need, some of you kids are sending me stuff that I can't view. Okay, and what that means is like you're sending it improperly. Now let me just show you how I would like you to send it. Okay, this is your school loop email, right? So you need to say like informal visual assignment or something. Okay, now you can just say, hey, Mr. Grasmick, attached is my visual. I hope you like it. It's hard for me to type because I've got my little like hand thing on when I draw. I can't even spell. This is disgusting. Okay, it's attached as my visual, blah, 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 blah. Okay, down here, can you see where it says attach file? Okay, that's what you need to do. Okay, you need to choose your file, display, and just put picture or visual or whatever. Okay, you need to attach that. Okay, those of you kids that attach it properly, I can view it. Those of you kids that give me like a link to like a Google Slides or something, okay, Imani, make sure that I have access. Okay, a lot of the stuff that you kids are attaching to me, I don't have access to. So you need to go into the settings and say like, hey, permission to grant access to, and then put my email in there. Okay, so however you do it, I want to be able to see it. Okay, and that's all you kids have to do this week. And I'm hoping it's going to look good. It's going to be a great description. I'm going to look at it and say, oh, that makes sense to me now, and I can raise your grade. Okay, because that's what this is all about. You kids working, and trust me, it's all going to come together in the end and make sense. And we just work, we grind, we raise our grades, we connect. And this is, remember, if you turn an assignment in, that's your way of checking in with me. Okay, that's your check-in. If you don't do this, which you should do it, you still got to check in with me at some point this week. Okay, reach out to someone, make sure everyone's checking in, everyone's doing their work. Okay, and we'll go from there. If you have any questions, remember, in your subject line, put question. Okay, that really makes it easy for me to see that you have a question, because I have about 400 emails that come in a week from kids, so it's a lot for me. That's pretty much it. Hope you kids are having a good week, grinding, doing a great job on this assignment. I can't wait to see them, and we'll go from there. Kids, stay up, all right?